Chinese tech company Alibaba on Monday released Qwen 3, a family of AI models that the company claims can match and, in some cases, outperform the best models available from Google and OpenAI. These models don't just answer questions. They switch gears on the fly, shifting between deep, step-by-step reasoning and lightning-fast replies depending on what you need. And they're free, open, and already making waves across the AI world. So what actually launched? This isn't a single model drop, it's a whole lineup. At the low end, you've got a compact 600 million parameter version, small enough to run on a decent laptop. At the top, a massive mixture of experts, MOE, model with 235 billion parameters, dubbed Qwen 3000, 235 BA22B. But here's the smart part. It doesn't fire up all 235p every time. Instead, it picks 8 experts out of a pool of 128, so only a fraction of the model is active for each task. That keeps performance high and hardware costs low. There's also a middleweight, Qwen 330 BA3B, that uses just 3B active parameters for even better efficiency. And if you want something more classic, Alibaba also released 6 dense base models, ranging from 0.6B to 32B. All of them are open source under a permissive license. You can download them right now from Hugging Face, GitHub, ModelScope, or Kaggle. Some cloud providers like Fireworks AI and Hyperbolic even made them instantly deployable. If you're technical, you can spin one up with a single command in your terminal. They even have a CLI-based demo to get you started. Why does this matter? There are 2 standout features: hybrid reasoning and accessibility at scale. Let's start with hybrid reasoning. Out of the box, Qwen 3 runs in something called thinking mode. It walks through its logic step by step, with its internal reasoning tagged and visible. Perfect for tough problems in math, code, or logic. But if you want quick answers, just disable thinking mode using a special prompt like no_think, or toggle a setting like enabled_thinking. False in your config. Boom, it snaps into fast mode, giving you quick responses at speeds comparable to GPT 3.5. And you can flip modes anytime, even mid-conversation. The latest instruction always takes priority. How did they pull this off? It's a 4-stage post-training system. Stage 1. Trained on long-form, chain-of-thought data. Stage 2. Added rule-based reinforcement learning to improve logical reasoning. Stage 3. Taught it to generate fast answers. Stage 4. Ran general fine-tuning across 20+ real-world tasks to smooth everything out. Then there's the data scale. Remember when Qwen 2.5 trained on 18 trillion tokens? Qwen 3 doubled that, training on about 36 trillion tokens across 119 languages and dialects. And it wasn't just web scraping. They harvested structured documents, like PDFs, ran OCR using earlier Qwen models, cleaned the text, and generated high-quality synthetic content for math and code, using Qwen 2.5 variants as helpers. Stage 1 handled tilde 30T tokens with a 4K context window. Stage 2 focused on STEM-heavy reasoning. Stage 3 pushed that context to 32K, with real training examples reaching the full length. So how good is it? Let's talk numbers. The dense models match and sometimes beat Qwen 2.5 models that are 2-3x larger. And the mixture of experts versions hit similar accuracy, with only a fraction of active parameters. If you need more context, Qwen 3 supports 128K tokens using Yarn, a sliding window context extension. Benchmarks. Alibaba included head-to-head benchmarks in the blog post, and they're clearly proud. Their unreleased 235B MOE model outperforms OpenAI's GPT-403 Mini and Google Gemini 2.5 Pro on Codeforces, beats them on IME math and BFCL logic reasoning. basically lives in the same league as Grok 3. For models you can actually download, Qwen 332B edges out OpenAI's GPT-401 on live codebench. Sits just behind DeepSeek R1 in aggregate math. Destroys Qwen 2.5 instructed half the size. Even the tiny 4B version holds its own, rivaling older 72B models, which is insane if you've ever tried running a Llama 70B on a home rig. Tool use and agents. Tool calling. Already built in. Qwen 3 follows the MCP schema, so it knows how to use external tools. They even include a wrapper called Qwen Agent that handles JSON input/output, interprets code, fetches data, checks time zones, and more. Want to use it locally? Just initialize the agent, point it to your favorite endpoint, and stream messages. The model tags its thoughts, so you can log, edit, or discard them on demand. In the example, ask, how many R's in strawberries? Thinking mode on. Follow up, and how many in blueberries? With /no_think. Switch back. Really? /think. The model adapts each time and remembers your preference turn by turn. The global impact. Alibaba's CEO didn't mince words. They're aiming to level the playing field with the biggest American labs. He told TechCrunch, this shows open source models can match closed systems and even outrun them, especially now that the US keeps tightening export controls on NVIDIA's high-end chips. And yet, here we are with a Chinese model beating GPT-4 Mini on math, using less compute and freely available to the world. Inside China, the race is heating up too. Baidu just released ERNIE 4.5 Turbo. DeepSeek made headlines for training its frontier model cheaper than any Western lab. And Qwen 2.5 Max. That was just the warm-up. Qwen 3 is the real statement. Alibaba calls it their next step toward AGI, artificial general intelligence, a platform built to reason, adapt, and scale with developers in mind. And they made it easy to integrate. Supports sliding window inference. Runs on Apple Silicon via NLX. Even works in Llama.cep and Transformer setups. You can run the 14B model in 24 gigabytes of VRAM at 8-bit. The 4B variant runs on most laptops and still answers advanced STEM queries like a pro. Some technical notes. One cool trick. Larger models keep embeddings untied for more expressive learning, while the smaller ones tie them to save space. Dense models support 128K context if you use the 8B plus weights. Smaller versions top out at 32K unless you hack the kernels. And because thinking mode generates longer responses, every reasoning step is serialized and taggable, so you can filter thought trails and serve only final answers if you want. Language coverage. Qwen 3 understands 119 languages, from major ones like English and Arabic to low-resource ones like Tok Pisin and Farsi. It's truly global. And thanks to the open license, developers can build commercial apps without worrying about licensing nightmares. Final thoughts. This isn't just about speed or benchmarks. With Qwen 3, Alibaba is giving the world control. You decide when to think slow and deep. You decide when to race ahead with fast answers. And you get it all without needing a supercomputer. The timing. Strategic. The implications. Massive. Alibaba says this is just the beginning. They're already planning to scale context, parameters, multimodal training, and real-world interaction for agents. So yeah, keep an eye out. And if you do test it out, let me know in the comments. Did tool use work? How did reasoning mode feel in action? If this breakdown saved you a couple hours of reading GitHub specs, smash that like button. Subscribe for more cutting-edge AI deep dives, and I'll see you in the next one.